is, salary is going to be in form of money, so money is our data type. Check the previous the first video, you are going to see it there, and then make sure it is not null, and then run this execution, and then you are going to have it command command completed successful. So refresh your columns, and then you can see salary is now right here. So now using all this, there is something we call primary key and then the foreign key in SQL. Maybe in the next class we are going to fully explain what we use primary key and then the foreign key for. But right here we're making just a simple explanation of what we use or what is primary key. Primary key is when you are trying to make a particular column we are trying to make it unique, that this information is only peculiar, it's only restricted to this particular person, and then no other person can have it. For example, let's say in this type of information, I don't think there is any unique information. Okay, let's say the email, the email address is only can only be restricted, and then the phone number can only be for someone. The designation, let's say somebody can be we can have two people that are going to be manager in a department, in an organization. We can have various people that are going to be having the same designation. Age cannot be our primary key, because primary key has to be something that is going to be an information that is only for somebody, that no other person can have it. Age, we can use age. We cannot use age as a primary key, because age can be 20, and then somebody else in that same organization is going to be 20. So we cannot use age as a primary key. The same thing as first name as last name. The same person can be bearing the same name. They can be having the same first name, the same last name. So those two cannot be primary key. Let's say, for example, if you are in the university, your matric number can only be for you and nobody else. So if you should have your matric number, you have to make it a primary key, that okay, this is a unique key, that is a unique information that no other person can have it. But how do we use primary key and the foreign key? I'm going to be explaining it in the next class. So let's continue with what we have here. So now you can start to check what you've created. Come to your table, the table that we are having here. You can come to your table and then right click, then check for the top 1000 rows. So you can see these are the columns that we have. We already provided the columns. Now we want to start entering the data. We want to start entering the information of these people to our database. So that's what we want to do now. To insert, we use the insert command. Don't forget the DDL. We said we use DDL to create table. We don't use it to store information in the table. We use DML to manipulate, to store data inside, to store information inside your table. Now we have insert into. Now we want to insert information. We want to start entering the information. There are different ways that we can go about creation of tables to enter data, to enter our employee or any information that we want to add into our table. But this is one of the ways that we can do that. So insert into. Where do we want to insert into? We want to insert into this particular table. So SQL class, want to enter information into this table. SQL class, then open a bracket, then you have to input all this. The first one, so we have this. You want to put something inside this column, comma. You want to put something inside this column as well. We want to put something inside this. We want to put something inside this. We want to put something inside this. And this as well. So we are specifying the table that we want to enter our information into, and then immediately we do that for the table. We have to do for the columns too. We want to enter into these columns. So that's why we are putting everything right here, and then close it. Then you write values. Then what are the values that you want to insert into your column? So the first one is the first name. So now we have something we call the string data type. First name. The first name, name has to be in form of alphabet. So your alphabet, if you're having an alphabet kind of name, if you're having an alphabet, you have to use your string, and then string comes with using this particular sign. You use this column, then we have to insert whatever name that you want to insert. If it is a numeric data that you want to enter, there's no need for you to use anything. You just have to enter it like that. But in this particular information that I want to add names, and the name is in alpha text. So let's say, for example, we have the first person. Let's say we have John. So we have John, then you put your comma. So we are indicating that the first thing you should do for me is put John as first name of this particular person that I'm working with. So the last name too as well, the same thing you are doing for the last name. Let's say it is for example, let's say Duel. Then we do the same thing because we are dealing with a string data type. Then the next thing is age. Don't forget, age is just an integer, just number. Let's say this person is 23 years old. Then your comma, then the designation. Let's say the person is a manager. So the next thing is phone number. Let's say the phone number is just some random number. Then comma. Okay, don't forget, you can see it is bringing error here because my manager is a string. It has to be in string format. So I have to make sure I do that. So this is phone number, and then the next thing is email address. I can just have John 12 at yahoo.com. So don't forget that one too has to be in string because I'm entering alpha text, so it has to be in string. Then comma. Then the next thing is date of employment. I use date format. My date can be 2015, let's say 10 and 11. Just let's do like that. Then I have all this. So what I have left is to execute my data, my information, the query that I have here. So execute it, and then okay, the date of employment, the invalid column name. So what I have to do here is that since I'm entering date too has to be in form of like as if we are trying to make it string. So that is the issue that we have there. So the same thing, if you should run it like this now, execute. Oh, sorry, we've already dropped our date of employment. That's a mistake. Date of employment, so it's going to be salary now. Salary, that's what it's supposed to be. Salary, and then let's say 20,000. So we can see one row affected. Now let us go to our column and then our table, and then refresh it. The mistake we had there was that we've already dropped date of employment and then we added salary. So date of employment was not supposed to be part of our columns again. So we try to do that, and then we've gotten it. So just come right here and then select top 1000 rows, and then immediately you do that, you can see now we have this information of this particular person. We have the first name, the information about that person. So you can go ahead and go back there. So right from here we can just continue to write to insert. You can say insert into the same way, insert into, then our table is SQL class. Then the same, all those information that we have, we can now decide to